what? I can actually go to Florida. And they're like, actually, we don't want someone who's on a team player on our team. And also
Which is
someone
pretty valid.
And someone who will like sell out a teammate on the fucking news about it. And they're like, who votes for Holly J to be voted off? And like basically everyone votes for them.
It's pretty valid. And like Anya is just like, you did a mean thing. Like she's just such a sweet, like she's just so sweet.
And Holly J's like, what? Like you don't know what I'm going through. And Mia's like, Holly J, you have everything handed to you, and it's like it's about like what you do with what you get, and basically she's like, and you're a fucking asshole. Yeah, because she's a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
because she's so privileged.
I feel like Mia isn't
no concept of
like
anything.
I feel like Mia isn't even like commenting on the privilege thing. She's like, whatever you get handed to you, that's what you like. You have to do what you want with it. Like she had a baby when she was like a baby. And, like, she's been through some shit, and she, like, came out the other side, and she's still a good person. And she's like, you have to take what's handed to you and, like, do what you're going to do with it, but, like, be a good person. And Holly J has just not been a good person. And I feel like this is where Holly J turns over.
I hope so.
Because I remember liking her for some reason. I
feel like this is her getting fucking kicked off her high horse.
Finally. I think that this is it. I think that this is why I liked her. Or it might have just been that I was like, had like a big gay crush on her and like didn't really know what my feelings were.
Maybe.
It's a very solid possibility.
But anyway, like the team has rebelled against her and is like, we vote you off the team. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. And then right after that, she like runs smack into Blue and she's like, just the person I wanted to see. And he's like, I am. And she's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, you know what? I think I finally figured it out. And she's like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah, you're someone who like gets everything handed to them on a silver platter. And I like decided I don't want to like be with someone who's like that. Or he says something like that to her. And it's like, oof.
Which honestly doesn't seem fair. Because he doesn't know her that well. And she is, but also when she was that person, she was willing to, like, foot her own bill and, like, go to this concert. Like, her getting everything handed to her was not her issue. She's got plenty of other issues. She's a very flawed person.
Yeah.
But, like, that's... Blue, I feel
like... that wasn't, like, the issue between them.
No, I feel like Blue watches a lot of, like, old movies and, like, thinks that he gets it.
Yeah. But also, he also could have just seen her on the news being a dick.
That's a good point.
Which is maybe the excuse they should have used instead of this like silver platter.
Yeah, no, this seems like unfair.
Yeah,
like the being kicked off of Power Squad. I was like, that is valid. I get that, but this seems like very unfair and like kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, he should have been like, I saw what you said about Mia. That wasn't cool, and you also like take me for granted, which she kind of did a little bit, maybe.
I mean, she should have just explained it to him.
She should have just been like, she should have just said, my mom said I can't go. Because she did. That's not even a lie.
Yeah.
Like, come on, fucking Holly J.
Come on, Holly J.
Get it together. Anyway, then we're with Peter.
Yes.
And he's cooked, like, meatloaf and a meal for his mother. And he's like, I'm sorry I was an asshole to you and I was being really selfish. And he's actually apologizing. And he's like, I didn't even ask about Gigi, like his grandma. Like, I should have, like, asked about how you were doing. I wasn't even doing any of that. And I'm sorry that I was an asshole to you. And I'm like, who is this person?
I know. I was just like, is Peter a good person now? I don't know what to do with it.
The writers are trying so hard to get us to like him.
Also, he has a Rancid poster, which I'm pretty on board for. I don't know. Like, Peter and I might have similar taste in music, which I don't really know what to do with.
Yeah.
Between this and the Weaker Than sticker, like, I haven't really listened to Rancid since high school, but the Weaker Than sticker in his locker has really thrown me off still. I'm still thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for weeks. I've literally been, like, truly, like, mulling on this for weeks. It's fine, you guys. I'm doing all right.
And it's, like, a nice scene, and that's kind of where they, like, that's where we end them. But then the second to last scene, Holly J goes into the dot and like kind of begs for her job back. And she finally is like, I actually need the money. Like, I'm broke now. Spinner, please. And Spinner is like,
oh, wait, can I talk? Hold on. Because she does this, but she also is like, I originally needed the money to do a power squad thing, but they kicked me off the power squad because I said some really shitty things about, I spread some like really mean gossip about Mia on the news, and I'm a bad person basically. And Spinner's like, LOL, remember that time I stole Jimmy's MP3 player?
Yeah.
And we're all like, hashtag never forget, because what was that, like season 2?
Yeah, I think so. It was season 2. Yeah.
Season 2, never
And
forget
it's
the
like,
MP3.
I get it. And he's like, and she's like, I don't even know why I did it. And he's like, I know why you did it. And it's like, essentially, it's like you were jealous and you were insecure. And Spinner gets it. And he's like, and he starts just like putting stuff in perspective. And he's like, do you have both your parents? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, all right, well, my dad died. Do you have ball cancer? And she's like, obviously not. And he's like, well, I did. And if I can make it through all of that shit, you can get through this. And he's just like putting life in perspective for her, which I don't know if anyone's ever actually done for her before.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone has ever asked Holly J to check her privilege in a way that is actually helpful.
And Spinner is just like, you're gonna be fine. Like you have all of these great things still, even if you don't have like all of the money you had before. I will give you your job back. You're gonna be okay. Like, it's gonna be fine. And it's like, I fucking love Spinner so much. Like,
love Spinner.
Holly J is such a fucking asshole, and he's still like, I'm gonna help you out because I'm awesome, and I love him so much.
I love him so much. Oh my god! Shouts out to Shaden Kipple
and
for
he's still
being
in his
a goddamn delight.
And at this point, he still looks fucking great.
He looks so good.
Even if he was sweaty in that one scene, he's still looking good.
So good.
And he's just like such a great person now. And I love him.
I love him so much.
Spinner. You're so great right now.
Oh my god. What has happened?
I don't know.
I love it.
Oh yeah, this is the last scene, and then he's like, "You're hired again." And then Allie and Connor are like, hello," and it's like everyone who goes to this restaurant is terrible.
Like, what is with the rudeness of the fucking customers at the Dot? I don't understand. I made a comment to it to Holland when we were watching this episode. I was like, why is everyone so motherfucking rude at the Dot?
And I'm just like, I mean, maybe it's because they like go to school with everyone who works there anyway, and everyone is a child. I don't know.
They don't go to school with Spinner.
Yeah, they do.
Spinner graduated, man. Never forget that Spinner finally graduated from
graduate.
high school.
Well, Holly J's there now too. I don't know.
But still, like, who acts like that at a restaurant?
I don't know. They're terrible.
I was a waitress for so long. If someone acted like that towards me, I would have spit in their food.
Terrible teenagers.
I have spit in food before. I will do it again.
Oh my god.
I was a waitress at Friendly's. You guys, be nice to your servers.
Seriously, be nice to your servers. Don't be a fucking asshole. And tip them well.
Yeah.
My parents both have always told me, like, everyone should always have to, like, work in a restaurant at some point in their life or some kind of, like, service industry in their life. Because if you don't, you, like, treat people like goddamn garbage. Because you don't know.
Did you ever work at a restaurant?
I worked at Cold Stone, which doesn't totally count, but it's
But you did have
similar.
to sing for tips.
I had to sing for tips. I had to serve people who didn't know how to pronounce the word rendezvous when they saw it spelled out on the menu. Which, to be fair, is probably a mistake to begin with if you're putting that on a Cold Stone menu. I had to clean up a bathroom that someone had vomited in, like, and we didn't realize it until the end of the night. That was not fun. But you know, I've never been a waitress, but I worked at ice cream stores before, and I worked in retail too, which is also I worked at a shoe store. Blah.
Nope.
I
work. My only retail job was at a boutique, but like I was a waitress for a long ass time.
Yeah. Be nice to your servers.
Be fucking nice, because we will spit in your food. So go fuck yourself.
Allie and Connor are like, bleh, and then Holly J comes over and she's like, all right, what's your order? And don't just order waters. And then it's like the end, and it's nice.
Yeah, I'm excited for Holly J to work at the Dot. I'm remembering, like, things are coming back to me. I like halfway remembered this episode. And I kind of, like, remember things that are going to be happening in the future that I'm, like, a little bit excited for.
I did not remember this episode at all. This is probably an episode I literally only saw once and forgot about immediately. Because not, like, a ton happens.
It's pretty boring. I don't know. It was fine.
It was a fine episode.
I think we're going to see some
growth. I feel like it
growth.
might be, like, a basis for the growth of Holly J.
Exactly. Like, I think we're going to see some growth from Holly J, and I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. And it's just like a great episode for Spinner.
Or it might have been like bisexual Kelsey just being like, I have feelings for this human, but I don't know how to express them.
Maybe. But we do have a YouTube comment.
It's a pretty good one. It's okay. I don't know. We just mostly didn't feel like scrolling because we're drunk. This is from Isabella Seeley. Who cares? 1 year ago. Just says, Shantae is irrelevant.
True facts.
Agreed.
Agree.
Well done.
Fucking Shantae.
Fucking Shantae.
Spirit Squad captain of the episode. I think I'm going to go with our boy Spinner. Our boy Spinner. Because he gave all of the great advice. He gave Holly J a second chance. He put shit in perspective for her. I love him so much. I'm amped about Spinner right now.
Honestly, same, but I'm so amped for Spinner, but I feel like I shouldn't pick the same thing. So I'm going to, be, second place to Ms. H just for her, triumphant return. Yes. And she explained to Peter, she's like, I'm not here to spy on you. I'm just also your fucking mother.
And I goddamn miss you, you dummy. I've been dealing with my sick mom, and I missed my son, and I wanted to visit you.
I just think that Ms. H needs some love from the goddamn world. She's going through some shit.
Seriously.
God damn it.
Miss H deserves all of the love and support and happiness in life. She is a strong, independent woman who's had to deal with fucking leering men's eyes her whole life because she's a beautiful woman, but she's also smart. She was a science teacher, and she rose to the ranks of principal, and she's had to deal with goddamn bullshit, and she fucking overhauled that goddamn school after goddamn Mr. Radich,
who was a goddamn nightmare. Also, can we talk about the fact that she was in a shitty marriage with a guy who cheated on her with his fucking secretary? Fuck that.
And she got out of that shit.
Damn right.
Miss H deserves the world. And she does not deserve Peter being a dick.
I stand by this. Ms. H for Spirit Squad captain.
I agree with that.
I love it. You went on a real proper rant, and I appreciate that because it meant that I didn't have to do as much work.
I basically just did both of our Spirit Squad captains.
I appreciate that very much because I'm very drunk and I don't want to do any work at all.
I'm very drunk and belligerent and will talk a lot. Apparently, that's where I'm at right now.
Perfect.
What comes next? Ship of the episode? Was there one?
I'm shipping the Holly J Spinner friendship.
That's nice.
I'm in it.
I feel like it's more of a mentorship.
I like that.
Yeah.
Either way, in it to win it. I
ship Miss H and her Prince Charming, who she deserves.
She does deserve. You are on a goddamn roll today. How you feeling, bud? You doing good? You okay?
I'm so drunk.
Oh, Holland.
We're Bolland right now.
Oh, Bolland. I love Bolland. I like regular Holland too, but Bolland is always a delight.
We gotta get you up to Kelsey.
Oh man, I'm working on it. I'm doing my best. I have a high tolerance. I'm trying.
What comes next? Moral
of the episode. Oh, you're better at this one than I am. I'm not good at this one.
Be grateful for what you have.
Mm-hmm.
And don't take out your frustrations on other people.
Think before you speak to the news.
Don't lash out at people on the news.
It's a very specific moral.
If you have access to the news, with great power comes great responsibility.
Oh, I recently watched Spider-Man.
That was not said in the recent Spider-Man.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I still felt it. It's really good. I really liked it.
Okay.
Tom Holland is a gem. And not just because he has my first name as his last name.
I just noticed that. I didn't notice that before.
But yeah, that's the episode, guys.
Thank you. The next one might also be drunk. Sorry.
Yeah, but we still have to do all of our grapevine.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
So, I'll start with an email that we got from Kev, and the subject line is just Degrassi timeline. And she says, "Hi, Queens. My name is Kevin. I've been watching your podcast for quite some time now, and I want to start off with saying you guys are a blast and you make me laugh.